All right, guys, welcome back to the show. This is your host, Sham. This is 0x5s. The truth is out there. The truth is always out there, right? Every video I've ever made is there. So if you are here for the facts and the truth and some of my, I would say, pinch of opinions, please do hit that like, hit that subscribe, and follow me on Discord if you want to as well. But leave something in the comment as well, so that way the algorithms help. And yeah, let's continue, right? So I want to talk about something someone mentioned the other day. I think I can't remember his name. I think it's Jim Jones. I didn't go to Discord, guys, to go and see this, right? Anyway, but someone mentioned something on Discord. One of our new members mentioned something regarding UK and money in, money out, fiat on ramp and off ramp, right? I think he was talking about, I think mostly on ramp. Now, he wanted me to give a little opinion on that. Now, let me explain to you. So UK, as far as everyone knows, according to the news, is a crypto friendly country. Not exactly, right? Let's put this into perspective, right? Yes, it is got some crypto friendliness, right? But it's not. It's just the way they disguise themselves, right? What's the point on the surface being an enemy, right? And everyone moving away. You'd rather be a friend on the surface, but actually be the enemy inside, right? So welcoming people, welcoming things, welcoming tech giants. They just want to be part of it, right? They're doing so many different things. So even the banks, right? So they might hold crypto, they might buy crypto, they might allow you to buy crypto from them, but they will restrict you on what you do, and all under the guise of, oh, we're trying to protect you. It's your money, go and do whatever you want, right? So ultimately, this is the kind of a battle going on at this present moment. Ultimately, if you have money and you decide to do something, it's your problem. I mean, they don't stop you from gambling, so why should they stop you from buying crypto? But they do that anyway. These are how they play the game, right? On the surface, they're very friendly. Below the surface, they're not, right? So when you go to buy crypto on ramps, what you'll find is a lot of these exchanges have a limit on how much you can purchase. That's one you will find. The other thing you will find is how much money you can send to them per day, and which is a limit set by the banks. Again, just trying to protect your funds, right? So they will set these limits, and banks will usually, I mean, nowadays I've noticed there are some banks which are almost like you can send as much as you want, as much as you got. And other banks will limit you to like 5K a day or something like this every 24 hours. So that is something that is an ongoing thing that does happen. Of course, the ones that allow you to send all your funds away, they're fine. But what they will do is they'll probably block you for 48 hours. Oh, where did you get the money from? Where's that money going? And all of those stupid questions. It doesn't matter. Even if you've only used that bank for the exchanges, right? They still ask you ridiculous questions. So you do have that kind of an issue. So on-ramp is a lot harder, all right? In the crypto sphere in the UK, on ramp is a lot harder. So getting your money in is a lot harder. So I always say to people, don't worry too much about the large sums. Don't hold back and do it at the last second, because you're going to get screwed, right? Don't do that. If you have plans to buy crypto in the future, maybe, or just to save it, there's no harm just sending it over to the exchanges, right? Now, I know last minute you might come and say, all right, I'm just going to go and buy it in a decentralized exchange. Yeah, you can buy it in a decentralized exchange. What's going to happen? Someone like MoonPay, someone like this Pay, that Pay, whatever, or Now Pay or whatever, they'll come along and they'll say, yeah, we give it to you. We can give you up to 10K, not a problem. But then they'll charge you like 8, 9, 10% fees. Are you willing to pay that? For what, right? So you'll have that issue. You want to go and you say, all right, I'm going to do a P2P. No problem. You're going to pay 4 or 5% fees, right? Sometimes even higher. I've seen guys with charging 20% fees. So that's the reality. So my advice is, if you are thinking about it, like a dollar cost averaging in the USA, in the UK, do the same thing. But you're not buying anything. You're just putting the funds that you want to save up to buy into an exchange, right? So ultimately, the funds are always ready for you, and the banks will have no objection, because if you're sending little amounts, and the exchanges, they don't have a problem anyway. They're like, look, you can send 250K, 100K, $1 million. We don't care. Exchanges are happy to accept your money. It's usually the banks, right, that have the problem, and there are smaller exchanges who have limitations for your KYC levels. Now, to avoid this, if you are a business, right, or if you're registered as a business, and you can prove your how much your business does, so there's a lot of technicality, then you can avoid this, right? You can send as much money as possible as you want, right? As a business, they don't really care, but you just do a different type of KYC. That's all it is, and you've got to prove those incomes. Now, that's in money in, right? So again, if you watched it up to here, guys, hit that like button, smash the subscribe, right? I mean, well, the other way around, actually. Yeah, hit that subscribe, smash the like, and leave something in the comment if you have watched it up to now. So, off ramp, and this is a good part, right? UK banks do not have a problem receiving funds, right? You can send as much money as you want through a centralized exchange back to your bank. They do not have a problem. However, the UK law, the rules and regulations do have a little clause where the exchange has to declare those funds. The exchange is not going to prevent you from withdrawing the funds to your bank, right? But the exchange must declare that to the HMRC and this and that. So that's a little situation that does exist, right? Where up above a £10,000, I believe is in the UK, they have to declare that. It's for the AML, anti-money laundering and whatnot, like all the bollocks that they put out there, right? I mean, the way they act is like everyone's a freaking criminal, right? There's probably one person, right, who is a criminal or who's been proven to be a criminal, but everybody's now colored the same way. You know what I mean, right? Go fucking wash your paintbrushes. Excuse my language, but that's the truth, right? So obviously not all the people are thing. And so the way I look at it is, look, you've got people who are bringing money, you're okay with that, but they'll kind of do those checks, nothing more, right? As long as you're not exposed in any political way or exposed in any other nefarious way, there's no issues. I've never had an issue bringing money in, hundreds, you know, well, I'm not going to name it, but I've never had an issue bringing the funds in. And usually bringing it through a section, there's no fees, nothing involved. You just sell your crypto and bring your cash in, you're fine, right? That's your off ramp. However, if you prefer to do it in a decentralized way, then the only other way is you are the P2P seller, right? Of course, you got to get someone to buy your crypto off you to give you the cash. And what they'll do, they will transfer the funds over to you. Now, I want to give you a word of caution from previous experience. So I used to be a P2P seller myself. So I used to sell P2P. I used to also buy P2P as well. What I found was when I was selling crypto with P2P, so I sold BTC for on P2P, right? And this was one occasion, and that was the last. For me, that one was the last, right? So someone wanted to buy one BTC, and that was back in the time when, this is like back in 2021, I believe it was, right? When crypto, it wasn't that expensive. I think it was like 2021, I think it was about $15,000 or something like this. Someone said, okay, can we buy a BTC? And it wasn't much, it was about 11 or 12,000 pounds. Can we buy one BTC? I said, yeah, no problem. So I sent him the BTC, and through the P2P platform, they have to do their passport photo and KYC and whatnot. There is still some KYC, right? So he did all of that. And then what they did was, as soon as they received the BTC, so I received the cash is in my bank. I moved the cash over to another account just to secure myself. And then what happened was the person recalled the funds. That's something you've got to be careful about, right? The person recalled the funds. So he's got my BTC, he recalled the funds. All of a sudden, my bank's now done a negative balance. So he's taking the money out of my overdraft, taking the money, giving it back to them. And now it's gone under investigation. I didn't receive that funds. I did go into an investigation. I did have a chat with them, but because it's crypto related, they didn't want to touch it. They said, no. This person said he never paid you, so you got to pay the money back. So that's the situation I've had, where I've lost the BTC, one whole BTC, and I lost the money because there are people out there who are nefarious. And it doesn't matter if you do it through an escrow. That was an escrow as well. Of course, I confirmed I received the funds, because I did receive the funds. And what you find is you can sometimes play, like for me, I've done this where I've said, oh, and this is the larger transactions. I've said, look, I need your funds to be in my account for 7 days. You can do that, but then people don't want to trade with you. People want their BTC right now, right? So, but it does take that one idiot to ruin it for everybody else. And that's what happens, right? They ruined it for me, because then I stopped doing maximum P2P, like random P2P. I only do P2P to people I know. So that's what happened. But those are the ways to deal with it, basically. Or unless if you're like me, you've got friends who are always ready to buy, then yeah, just sell it off to the friend and take the cash off them or whatever. All right. So those are multiple ways. But just to let you know, I'm not going to make this video too long. UK banks do not have a problem you bringing money in. There is another caution I want to give to you as well. So if you have a personal bank account in the UK, most people are not aware of this. You are allowed to hold up to £125,000, depending on what type of a bank it is. Some of them are slightly lower, up to £100,000 in a personal account. And then some proper high street banks, they will allow you to put 125k. If you have more than 125,000 in the bank, they recommend you open multiple accounts and spread it amongst multiple accounts, or you get yourself a business account. If you do really have to keep more than £125,000 in a personal current account, you must then convert it to a business account. Business account don't have a limit on how much money you can hold in there. So that's something you must think about. Now, there are strategies, and I'm not going to talk about them. I'm not a tax advisor, neither am I a financial advisor. So I'm not going to give you any of those things, but there are strategies how to bypass all of those things and still have like a business account and hold as much as you want. There are ways out there, guys. I mean, you've heard of it, you know about it, self-employment and XYZ, right? So there are ways. You got to just be a sole trader and just do it. Your business doesn't have to do anything, but you can still have a business account. So those are the ways you need to understand. Banks have certain limitations, how much money you can send, but to receive, there is no limitations. And as I said, how much money you can hold in the bank, that is also a limitation. So that usually flags as well. And then when it comes to questions, they would ask you questions sometimes, not all the time. It depends if you're someone who's already flagged for whatever reason. Because remember, they're watching everybody, guys. Even these videos, they're watching my videos, right? They're watching my videos. I'm telling you, the MI5, the MI6, the CIA, the FBI, the British government, the USA government, they're all watching me, all right? I wouldn't be surprised if Edward Snowden's watching me too, right? If you hit that like button, if you hit that subscribe button, more and more people will watch me, right? So make sure you do that. So that's the reality anyway. They're all watching us. So ultimately, you have to be flagged for whatever nefarious reasons, any bad reason or anything. So if you are flagged, then they pick on you. Normally they don't, right? It's only 1 in 10. And then there are random checks that they do, 1 in 10, right? That's all it is. And if they ask you, where did you get the money? And you can prove to them that it came from the exchange, Bob's your uncle, you're fine, right? They don't really affect you. So other than that, guys, I hope this video kind of helps. I think it was Jim Jones. I can't remember the name because I'm not looking at Discord, guys. I just have my chart in front of me. That's all I'm looking at. I'm highly excited. Solana's making a move right now. So, and I did make another video earlier today, actually. So just for reference, if you have watched it to now, this video was recorded after the other video I made on the 13th of March. However, this video is not going to release on the same time. The time now is 3:34. So you can see it's 34 minutes apart right now from the previous video to now. But this is not an important video that I just must release. I'm going to release this at a schedule. So hopefully everyone will know it's coming out, and then hopefully a lot of people can come and watch it. So other than that, guys, like, share, subscribe, smash that like button, leave your comments below what kind of experiences you're having. Let me know in the comments if you're facing some kind of a situation, and you know, if there is something that I could help with. As I said, I'm not a financial advisor, but I have experienced these things in my own life, right? In my crypto journey, and I call it a journey. This is a journey, and I hope I can last a very long time in this journey because it's been freaking awesome. That's what I want to say. Long time. I've been doing it since like middle of 2015. I've been doing it. I've been kind of preaching it since 2016. So I've been in it a long time. I've seen a lot, and I've faced all sorts of issues, and I've always come up with a new solution. That's all I want to say. Other than that, like, share, subscribe. Catch you on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos.